Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal gear up for massive North London derby. Predicted 4-3-3 lineup to take on Spurs. Arsenal roll into the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for a proper North London derby showdown. Desperate to shake off that gutting 2-2 draw at Wolves, where they chucked away a 2-goal lead in heartbreaking fashion. The Gunners are right in the thick of the Premier League title race, and a strong showing against their bitter local rivals would send a massive statement to City and the rest of the chasing pack. Mikel Arteta's lads have been in decent nick overall, but the frustration from Molineux is still raw. Tottenham, scrapping down near the drop zone under their gaffer, will come out swinging at home in what's always a feisty scrap with extra bite. Team news is looking up for the visitors, with Martin Odegaard back fit and set to start in midfield after shaking off a knock, while Bukayo Saka faces a late fitness check but should be good to go. Arteta's predicted switch to 4-3-3 sees David Raya in goal, Jurrien Timber right back, Saliba and Gabriel rock solid in the center, and Piero Hincapié at left back. Midfield trio Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi, and Odegaard will boss the engine room, feeding Gabriel Martinelli's pace on the left, Saka, if fit, terrorizing down the right, and Victor Gyökeres leading the line to cause havoc up top. Noni Madueke drops to the bench alongside Trossard, Jesus, Eze, and Norgard for proper options. With no Harry Kane to mark anymore, Arsenal can focus on shutting down Spurs' threats. A win here would be huge for morale and keep the title charge roaring. Come on, you Gunners! Kai Havertz speaks out about Arsenal gear up for crucial North London derby clash at Spurs. The North London derby is upon us once again, with Arsenal heading to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Sunday to face Spurs in what promises to be a fiercely contested affair. Mikel Arteta's side are keen to reclaim top spot in the Premier League after dropping points against Wolves in a frustrating 1-1 draw, allowing Manchester City to close the gap to just 2 points. Though City cannot overtake the Gunners this weekend, Arteta will demand a response from his players in this high-stakes clash. Spurs, meanwhile, are under the fresh stewardship of interim boss Igor Tudor, who boasts an impressive record of winning his debut match at each of his last 5 clubs. The Croatian tactician, known for his no-nonsense approach from stints at Verona, Marseille, Lazio, and Juventus, could bring some unexpected twists to disrupt Arsenal's rhythm. With both sides missing a fair few bodies, up to 13 players combined, the build-up has been dominated by late fitness tests and selection headaches. Arsenal have endured a patchy start to the year, contrasting sharply with Tudor's immediate impact. Arteta has voiced concerns over recent defensive lapses and a lack of cutting edge in attack, hinting at changes to inject fresh energy. The derby carries extra weight given the title race is heating up, and a slip-up here could prove costly for the Gunners' ambitions. Tottenham, as hosts, face a tough task against a more fancied Arsenal outfit, but Tudor's arrival offers a chance for a reset. Arteta remains wary of any tactical surprises, stressing the need to start strongly and control proceedings. Several Gunners, including Jurrien Timber and Victor Gyökeres, have come under scrutiny for underperforming, opening the door for rotations in defense and up front. Kai Havertz, who underwent a final fitness check after missing recent sessions, expressed his readiness ahead of the derby. "We've been training really hard all week to match the intensity of this game. Personally, I feel good physically and mentally, and our focus is on taking control right from the off," the German international said. In the midst of this, the predicted starting 11 for Arsenal against Tottenham lines up as follows. David Raya in goal, Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Piero Hincapié in defense, Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi, and Martin Odegaard in midfield, with Bukayo Saka, Victor Gyökeres, and Leandro Trossard leading the line. Spurs are expected to come out swinging under Tudor, potentially unleashing their younger talents to catch Arsenal off guard. Yet the Gunners boast greater squad depth, even with some absentees from training. Arteta has underlined the importance of avoiding defeat, as it could derail their pursuit of silverware. Pundits lean towards Arsenal edging it through bolder selections aimed at restoring confidence. One forecast sees Ricardo Calafiori or Hincapie at left-back for added solidity, while others back Odegaard's return alongside Rice and Zubimendi for midfield control. Bench options like Noni Madueke, Gabriel Jesus, and Gabriel Martinelli provide Arteta with strong alternatives should the game require a spark. The tension is palpable, with the derby always a powder keg of passion and pride. Overall, this fixture could deliver fireworks, given both teams' contrasting momentum. Arsenal are favourites on paper, but Tudor's novelty factor makes Spurs a dangerous proposition. Arteta hopes tactical tweaks will address recent inconsistencies, particularly after the Wolves' setback. Supporters on both sides are braced for a battle that could swing the season's narrative. In the end, the North London derby is about far more than 3 points. It's bragging rights, momentum, and sheer intensity. Arsenal must deliver a commanding display to keep their title challenge on track, while Tottenham aim to harness home advantage under new leadership. With late calls on Odegaard and Havertz pivotal, the outcome may well hinge on Arteta's final decisions in the hours before kick-off. Arsenal handed injury edge as Tottenham battle crisis ahead of North London derby. The North London derby looms large this Sunday afternoon at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with Arsenal and Tottenham heading into the clash under very different injury clouds. Mikel Arteta's Gunners, still perched atop the Premier League despite recent stumbles, arrive with a manageable list of concerns and some timely boosts. In contrast, Spurs are grappling with a proper crisis under interim boss Igor Tudor, who revealed the squad trained with just 13 senior players amid a raft of absences. For Arsenal, the mood is cautiously optimistic after a frustrating 2-2 draw against Wolves midweek. Leandro Trossard and Bukayo Saka, both withdrawn during that game, have been past fit and are available for selection. Mikel Arteta confirmed no fresh knocks from that outing, offering a sigh of relief ahead of the derby. The focus now turns to late checks for key duo Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz, who missed recent matches but could yet feature. Arteta sounded hopeful on the pair's chances, noting a decision would come after Saturday's training. "Well, we have to wait until tomorrow, but there is a big possibility that Havertz and Odegaard, are available for the game," he said. Should they come through, it would provide a significant lift to Arsenal's midfield and attacking options as they seek to restore their title momentum against bitter rivals. Longer term, Mikel Merino remains sidelined following foot surgery, ruling him out for an extended spell. Youngster Max Daumann continues his recovery from an ankle problem that has kept him out for the past couple of months. Overall, though, Arsenal's injury picture looks far rosier than their hosts, giving Arteta more room to maneuver in what promises to be a fiery encounter. Tottenham's woes are altogether more severe, with up to 10 players currently sidelined through injury and Christian Romero serving a 4-game suspension following his recent red card. The list includes major blows such as Wilson Odebert's ruptured anterior cruciate ligament, alongside knee injuries to James Maddison and Dejan Kulusevski, with hopes of returns before the end of May. Rodrigo Bentancur nurses a hamstring issue with no firm timeline. Further absences hit the backline and flanks, with Destiny Udogie, Ben Davies, and Kevin Danso all out through various knocks. Mohamed Kudus and Lucas Bergvall are penciled in for returns after the upcoming international break. Pedro Porro and Richarlison remain doubtful with thigh problems, though Dominic Solanke shook off a throat concern to train and is expected to be available, a vital boost for Spurs' attack. Tudor, taking charge for his first match since stepping in, admitted the strain of working with such a depleted group but vowed his side would fight. The injury disparity could prove decisive in a fixture where 3 points carry huge weight for Arsenal's title push and Tottenham's hopes of climbing away from trouble. Arteta will fancy his chances of exploiting any weaknesses at the back. With the derby always a cauldron of intensity, both sets of supporters are braced for a passionate battle. Arsenal's relative fitness edge might allow them to dominate possession and create chances, while Spurs will rely on home advantage and grit to stay competitive. Late calls on Odegaard and Havertz could tip the scales further in the Gunners' favor. In the end, this North London showdown is about far more than bragging rights. It's a pivotal moment in the season for both clubs. Arsenal aim to tighten their grip at the top, while Tottenham look to Tudor for an immediate spark despite the odds. Come kick-off, the true test will be how each side copes with the available resources on the pitch. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!